Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. Today is my walkthrough for the brand new annual catalog that just went live on yesterday. So I know I did a quick sneak peek one of the weeks that I can't remember which week it was. So you've seen a few of the products, but now I actually get to show you the inside of the catalog. So I don't have more products to show you. I have some samples to show you, and I have the catalog to show you. I also wanted to remind you that till May 10th, we have the paper pumpkin. If you're an old subscriber, or if you're just have it on hold, you're going to want to make sure you're an active subscriber by May 10th. It is it has all the ink colors in it, not the stamp pad. The ink spot is basic gray, but it does have all the ink colors in terms of using the colors. And there is a chance at getting a golden voucher in your box, which is good for a $25. Oh, no, sorry, that's in the US. $34 Canadian in Stampin' Up! Products. I can't remember what the chances are, but anyways, it's exciting. There's quite a few of them. It's not just one in one box. So there's that. There's also, they just released a steal of a deal. So if you want to join as a demonstrator, you can join my team. You simply go to my website, the lindagibbs.stampinup.com, and there is a join button on there. It'll walk you through, but right now, so all the time, the starter kit is $135 and you pick out $165 worth of products. But for the month of May, they are offering in color starter kit. So you get the $165 of product that you want, and on top of that, you get all the in colors. You get a pack of paper. You get all 5 stamp pads, the large ones, the designer series paper, and grid paper. So those add up to an extra, I wrote it down somewhere, it's an extra $91 in product that you're getting, and that's before tax and shipping. So super good deal right now. If you want to know more about it, you can always contact me. I'm happy to talk to you if you live in Canada. Yeah, so let's turn you around and let's get started and take a peek at this wonderful new catalog. There we go. Let's bring this down a little. Okay, let me just pull this up onto my iPad so I can make sure we're live here. There we go. Here's our beautiful, wonderful catalog. So, I showed you this suite, which we will come across, one of my favorites. You've got your table of contents. Let's go to the first. I kind of showed you this in my catalog sneak peek. This is the Tea Boutique suite. It is an awesome suite. It has cards and envelopes, which I have here. So they're all the 5 new in colors, which I have to say, this is probably one of the first times that I really like all 5 of the colors. And I don't normally love super bright colors, but I don't know, I'm just like loving these. And then it has the tea paper. That's right here in front of my nose. When it's too close, I don't see it. Double-sided 6x6 paper. So on the one side, it's kind of florally. The other side, it's nice, subtle prints. And a lot of it is the in colors. It also adds in crumb cake, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, petal pink, And those are the other ones. And it shows you kind of the main colors that's within the papers when you look up here. So you can have lots of fun with these teacups. The stamps are fun, but you also have the cups and the oranges and so I have a couple of samples here. This one was my swap for my uplines group. I did all the in colors, and this is part of the designer series paper. It has the cute little tea bag label, and then the nice I always forget what this is, baker's twine. So they have the baker's twine in all the new in colors. And then this is just stamped with stripes, so that's fun. And then this was a swap that I received. I'm not sure whose it is. So they use the designer series paper, and these are those, what are they called? It's a die that just gives you kind of an outline. And then she used the pretty little leafy cup. So you can cut out the solid cup, and then you can cut out the bigger cup. And the nice thing with this too is it's got, you know, it's got the flowers, it has some citrus, it has the hearts. So it's one that you can kind of use for everything. You're not just stuck making tea. So that is my first of the favorites. I'm not going to show you this entire catalog. It would take me way too long. So my next one I wanted to point out, this is a cute one, but I wanted to point these dies out. They don't have a stamp set that they go with. They can be found in the back, and I will show you towards the end, but they're super cute. They're called pretty pop-up dies, and they just pop up little pieces and parts of them. It doesn't actually cut out the whole thing. So, I mean, isn't this cute? Like this, they just colored with some markers. This one is just the die cuts, and then you just kind of lift up the pieces like they show here with the spatula. So totally fun. Don't miss those dies. So mental note, there are dies in the back of this catalog, and some of them are new, and some of them that don't go with the stamp sets you might not actually see as well. So I just wanted to point some of my favorite ones out that I think are going to be my favorites. I didn't get to order them on the pre-order, so they're on my list. They're in the cart as we speak. This is another one that I wanted to point out. It's just a really great sentiment stamp set that can be used with any of the other like flowers, whatever you have kind of thing. I really like, so there is, I'll show you later on, but since the sample is here, there is a kind of sunburst, starburst, I don't know what you call it, full background stamp in the background stamps. So that's an example of that one, which is really fun. Then we've got this super cute, sorry, I just want to make sure my comments are on. The little songbirds. I waffled about getting these. I didn't get them in the pre-order, but I've seen so many cute samples. I'm being pulled back to possibly getting it. And again, this die that you see here is another die that doesn't go with a stamp set, but you'll see them at the back. And it does tell you, so here it says Fancy Frames dies, but in the back, if you see a die that you like, it tells you what page it's featured on, so you can actually see kind of what it looks like in action. So this one is a punch. It's not a die cut one. So if you don't have a die cut machine, this is a good one for you because it still makes it quick without the fussy cutting. But you get, you don't need the die cut machine. So then so we already have, this is from last year, but this is one I wanted to show you because I saw this and instantly wanted it. I was so sad it wasn't on the pre-order. I just loved all the words and the fact that there's dies to cut each one out, because like this is like fussy cutting, instant fussy cutting. Now, not only that, I don't know if you can see the dies. I'll show you the ones in the back. They're clear. Actually, let's just flip over there right now. It's easier to see. So it's this one. And it has, so not only does it have all those word cutouts, but it has like candles and hearts and flowers and stars, like just all the little things that you would need kind of for a celebration / birthday card. So it's a really great set, especially for someone maybe just starting out who doesn't have a lot of stuff. This is like totally get you going with your cards. So the next one I wanted to point out is this Awash in Beauty. Now, it's yet another floral one. I don't use a ton of florals. I have kind of gotten pulled into the florals because they made them so pretty. I love the colors. The thing I love the most about this suite is this piece. It's a die, so you can cut out this lattice. I don't know, I call it a lattice. Is it diamonds? Anyways, I just thought, how awesome is that? You can cut out that background piece and you could do it with foil paper. It's just a super awesome piece, and I think it could be a really great stencil. Unfortunately, it's a bigger set, so I wish it was a separate piece, but that's okay. Then we have the He's the Man. I did have this one on the pre-order. It was, oopsie, I used that. So here's the stamp set. Really fun stamp set with the little corners and fun stuff. The dies that go with it is really fun because they're just more shapes and labels. And then I love the, what is this, argyle pattern? I think. Anyways, and then these labels can be used to cut out. You can see which ones they fit for the labels. And then part of this suite are these rustic metallic adhesive back dots, and then the fun paper. So it's got these fun cutouts. I love this little van, and I love that the van, it's too bad it's not bigger on this one, but there is another van in here. And then you've got your beers and stuff, which actually goes with another set that I will show you. And then it's got some fun papers. And it's always kind of like, if there's a crazy print on one side, you've got kind of the more subdued print on the other side. So if you're not into, there's the argyle. If you're not into the crazy print, this isn't crazy. It's a really nice masculine suite. So I'll show you, actually, let me show you a couple cards that go with it. So this, I just took the paper and I forgot to check. I don't know where I put it now. I used the argyle, actually, let's check right now. I don't think it's retired, but let me make sure so I don't lead you astray, because that would be kind of mean of me. No, it's still here, the gingham embossing folder. And then I used just the designer series paper from this suite. And then I used the Wildlife Wonder. This is the sentiment and the bear. And I fussy cut it out. And then I used the embellishments. But so you can totally mix and match different sets to kind of create the look that you're going for. Here's another one using the tie-dye background stamp, which is super fun to use. So I used 2 of the new ink colors, and then I just stamped this little, you know, the hippie buggy that goes with tie-dye. And then it has the dies has the little curvy pieces to make like a ribbon. So those are from those. So you can see, like, I used pieces and parts, but not everything all together, because the everything all together is easy. They make it very simple to just kind of use all the same colors and it all matches. Whereas this, I was just trying to show you, you can go beyond that. And, you know, maybe you don't like the colors of the paper, maybe you, whatever. So those were some samples I made. So here's the Brood for You that I was talking about. It kind of goes with some of this because some of the cutout pieces have the beers and the stuff. So this is a really fun set too with the dies that cut everything out. I can't wait to get that one. And then we have the sun prints. So I did show you the quick sneak peek of the sun prints. I think it's meant to look like the photosensitive paper that you could dye, you know, leaves and stuff. You put the leaf on and then you put it in the sun and it turns these shades of blue. And I'm pretty sure that's what they did with this. So here's the stamp set and the dies, and then we have, before I show you my samples here, we have the fun paper again. So, and then on the back side, it's not the photosensitive kind of prints, it's just other fun prints. So I just, this paper I love. And then it's got the fun label, and then you can cut out all these pieces. So again, from some swaps I received, here's a sample of one that has it has the wreath. Oh, and there's also the fern 3D fern embossing folder that goes with that suite as well. So the fern was embossed on the paper, and then the wreath cut out, and then I don't know what kind of leaves those are. And then this one, she just cut out all the pieces with a totally different color combination, which is really nice. And then I made this one. I was trying to replicate the look of the photosensitive paper. So I did the emboss resist, where I stamped the fern and the sentiment with white embossing powder. And then I just used blenders with the new in colors, the Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. So I just kind of put Tahitian Tide in places, and then the Orchid, and then I went over it all with the Starry Sky. So it kind of has that kind of purple and lighter blue tones to it. It's not all one color, but it really has that same look, but it was just done with ink and embossing powder. So super simple, but really pretty. I like the simple. I have a hard time doing simple, but I like the simple. So then we have, I think I had forgotten to show you guys, there's this stamp set, and it actually goes with some vellum. So this vellum is a whole new size that we've never had before. It is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So it's perfect layer for a card. It's quite a bit, I don't want to say quite a bit. It is thinner than our vellum cardstock. It's so you can actually see better through it. It's not as thick. So if you stamp stuff behind, so there's a whole, I think there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of each prints. So there's some fun dots. There's these ones. Oops. And then the circles, and then there's a whole pile of plain ones. So you have nice plain pre-cut vellum, which is awesome. So you can buy it as a combined bundle, which saves you 10% whenever you buy things that are bundled. It does save you a little bit of money. So if you're planning on buying both, make sure you purchase the number with the bundle on it. It'll save you some money. Okay, next. Oh, I was so excited for this one. I was so sad it wasn't on the pre-order. Called Texture Chic Suite. And for those of you who are into like the junk journals and the all like kind of the fun painted papers and stuff, I think this you'll love because it has all the fun papers, and I love the colors, and I love the fact that it has a bit of gold in it. And then it has distressed gold, I don't want to call it designer series, it's specialty paper. And then it has the stamp set, and then it has the really fun dies. And the best die out of it all is, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of this waffly, like it's just, it looks like a piece of, I don't know, I can't remember, like a placemat or, anyways, it's a really fun one, to put on your stuff, but it's also super fun to use as a stencil. I don't know why. Me and stencils are. And for those of you who like to use jelly plating and that kind of stuff, these are great. So this is a really fun one. I think it has, yeah, that's it. So it has the 3 or 4, I guess, things. So next is the Hues of Happiness, which I also was able to pre-order and had showed you. Prettiest paper ever, and I think it's just the colors, but I just love this. And I love, especially, like I said, I'm not super flower powery, but I love these, like, so much fun. And then the nice part is the flowers can be cut out with the dies, so you can get a whole bunch of flowers die cut without having to stamp. So if you're holding classes, you can cut those out for your people. If you're just doing it for yourself, it's great because you don't have to color it in. And I like it too because it still has the shadowing, but it doesn't have the black lines on it. But I do know you can do the no line watercoloring by using the stamp set if you run out of designer series paper. So you can still get this look, but it's kind of for me, it's a really good starting point to know kind of how to color it, where the shading should go. Because, you know, a professional artist did these, so you know it's going to look good. So I don't have a lot. I thought I did not. This was another one of my, I'm including this one as a thank you with my catalogs to my customers. So let me know too. I have catalogs. If you need one and you're in Canada, you can always contact me and we can get one to you. So this set has that really cool background die, which gives you the nice kind of holes in the background, and then you've got the flowers, and then I mixed in the tea set into here, so that's fun. But yeah, so if you you can totally do the no line watercoloring using the stamp set, which is nice as well, because then you don't have to draw your own flower, which I don't know about you, but I'm not super capable of doing something like that. So again, I just love the colors. This is another one I'm so excited to get, is this alphabet bundle. So it's simply a punch. It's a smaller punch with alphabet. So you can see here, hi, I'll show you in the back another sample. But it's great because it's a little bit of a smaller alphabet, and you can just, if you're scrapbooking and stuff, it's great for making titles. It's great for even for cards. If you don't have a saying, you can make whatever you want. And then I had gotten this one through the conference that I did. This was my free set that I got to play with, and I can't find the cards that I made with it. But there's some really fun cards, and it's a 2-step stamp, so it's a fun one too. Then, okay, so here's the background stamps I was talking about. So there's this Rays of Light, that one's new. Here's the tie-dye or spiral die, sorry, that I used. The other one this is another new one, but the one that I really am excited is this Tropical Hideaway. You guys know that I always get the tropical stuff, and so this one's going to be really fun. They just colored pieces and parts of it, and doesn't that, like, you can do so much with just one background stamp. It's crazy. So then we're going to the in color. So this, like I said, if you want to join, which there's no There's no, your commitment level is as much or as little as you want. You can just get it for the discount. You can just get it for the deal. It's totally your call. But if you love these in colors like I do, now's the time to get that deal. I wish I could get that deal. So here's the colors again, close up. Let's put them in the right order here. So we have the Tahitian Tide. When I first saw them just kind of like this, I wasn't totally sold, especially on the red and the green, but I've actually come to really like them. They're really pretty, and I love these blues slash with the purple in them. Super fun colors. So that's where you can find them. If you want to find the bundled colors, you go to 126 instead of this part, and so you can get a pack of paper that's assorted, 12 by 12 assortment, or the stamp pads that are bundled for the 10% saving. You can purchase the ink refills at a 10% saving as well. So oh no, you can't, not for the ink colors, sorry, my bad. And you can also get the markers. I thought that was funny because I was like, hey, I didn't get the refills, but that's why. And I forgot to mark it, I think, but there is the new I mentioned before. So page 130, you have all the beautiful, you can look at all the designer series papers and see which ones you like. Then you've got the Memories and More. So there's a whole Memories and More kit and cards and envelopes that go with that texture chic, which is really cool. I think I should do a journal class with this one. It would be lots of fun. And then there's one more Memories and More cards that you can get. And where I was going with that is I had mentioned that there is, if I can find it, I don't think I marked it, the masking paper, which is new. Oh, here. And there's beautiful ribbons too. I can't wait to get this rose gold and white ribbon. And this natural finish ribbon, because you can stamp on it and you can create stuff. So here, it's with the, I don't know, stamping tools. There's masking paper, and it's $9.95 for 12 5x7 sheets. I am so excited because now I don't have to use my little 3M adhesive back sheets. You can use the full size masking. You can cut them out with dies. You can do everything. So don't miss this. So here's the little punch with the alphabet that I was showing you that I am so excited about. There's a little fishy punch. What else? There's a new circle. They call it a decorative circle, but it has a little bit of scallops and stuff to it. There's none of these are new. So then, where are we? How come? Oh, that's, okay, so here are the dies that I was talking. So the dies that have stamp sets are in this part that are older. The new ones are all listed together, and I love it because it gives you just that many more samples that you can look at to case if you're looking for ideas. But the older dies that are not bundled are in here, but as well as those are things like these. They don't necessarily go with stamp sets, but they're here. So I love this deckled rectangle. So it's just, I mean, if you're good at tearing your paper, have at her, but this is awesome that it's like you still get your perfect rectangle, but it has kind of the frayed edges. There's this dots and spots one. There's frames. These are the fancy frames that I was showing you. Here's the Give It a Whirl. I had showed you how to use that. I don't know how many weeks ago. Here's the pretty pop-up dies that I mentioned. And this is a new one, a mini pocket envelope. It says it's used on page 27. I don't think I looked at that one. I think it looks, envelope size is 2 3/8 by 4 inches. So it's a good size. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's a decent size envelope. And then we've got, I love this one, the split card textures. That one's on, you can find it on 86. So if you just go back and look at them, so you can see it used that die. And then there's these sequins ones. I have no clue what this looks like. But if you're a sequins person, I guess you could make your own with like the glitter paper, the foil paper, whatever. There's these rugged icons for those of you with the men in your life. There's also this, there's the Stylus Shapes, which I'm going to show you. I promised I was going to show how to change the size of things using dies. I'm going to do that with this today. That'll be my technique for the day, since I'm just showing you through the catalog. And then there's this Twigs and Sprigs embossing folder and die. So this is one of those kind of like the hybrids. I don't know if it's a hybrid, whether you can do it at the same time, but it is, you know, you emboss it and then it cuts it out as well. So it would cut out an embossed, page 33. Let's see if they show you a better, yeah. So I don't know if you can see that. There's cutouts of the embossed leaves. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so these Stylus Shapes are new. I think they're kind of replacing the old Stitch Shapes dies, and it has these wonderful banners on top of the circles, and it has bigger squares and circles than the old one did. So if you have the old Stitch Shape dies, this has new pieces in it and that you don't have. Oh, and before I show you, because I'm going to forget, this is where you want to go. I don't have it. I wish I did. If you have a huge wish list and you're spending over $200, you can spend your stamping rewards on any of these items. And one of them is a beautiful pack of designer series paper. So you get it for $24 instead of $40. You can choose discounted stamp sets, but just what you have in rewards. So, you know, the bigger you order, the more stuff you can order it throughout time, because the catalog's here all year. And then we've got the join the starter kit. So again, if you have any questions about joining, let me know. I am happy to help. Oh, I forgot to show these ones. So this is the one with the bottle. It was another swap. This was made by Allison Quast. And then this, I did not show you the stamp set, but there is a stamp set with a raccoon and a panda bear. So this was another card from that. Super simple, but pretty. Okay, if I can find my dies here in this mess. Here are the dies. So the squares, circles. Obviously you can't change the circles really, unless you want this weird eye looking circle, but you can make rectangles out of the squares and you can adjust the length of these pieces. So let me show you how. I have my little mini because I thought it might be best for you to see. And then I've got my plates and a piece of paper. So then I'll take my big square and I'm going to put it through. So, and with the mini, you want to make sure your plates are staggered. It makes it easier to run through the machine. Okay. Oh, okay, you guys. totally messed that one up, but I'll show you how to make it smaller, and then I'll show you how to make a bigger rectangle. Wasn't thinking, just cut out a square. Okay, so if you want to make this smaller, all you have to do is, so you want the width, so say you want a smaller rectangle. If you put it on here, it kind of automatically sticks because the holes kind of get caught by the holes. So then you can just put it down. And if you don't want it to, in case you're not completely lined up, you can just have it cutting on the edge. So it's not redoing all your holes. And then you end up with a smaller rectangle. And then you also have your other rectangle that works as well. So you have both of those. Now, if you want to make a bigger rectangle, hang on, I'm gonna have to cut another piece of paper because I was being silly and not thinking when I did that. Okay. Silly. Okay, so if you're wanting to make this bigger, you're going to have your rectangle. So you have to know, okay, I'm going to slide it this way. So you're going to slide your plate so that, oops, it does not cut all the way to the end. And you're going to roll it through. And then you'll see it's partially cut, right? So then some people choose to try and tuck it through. I prefer to just, so say I want, well, I don't know, maybe I want it to be about this big. So again, I'm just putting it in and it gets hooked onto the, so here I can tell it's crooked. So I need to make sure I kind of get it onto those dots, and then I'll put it down, and I only want it to cut where I haven't cut before, and then, oh, it doesn't want to go through this way. Let's go this way. I probably don't have my things. There we go. If they're not staggered, this little mini machine just doesn't like to cut. So, oh, I didn't measure very well, did I? So then you would just do it again if you're like me. I didn't line it up in the right place. But now you don't want it to cut either end. So I'm just going to be really careful, and I'm going to slide it in here. Oh, it doesn't want to. Come on. All right, let me. Nope. Aren't I showing you how easy it is? Usually it is not this difficult, but I wasn't paying that much attention when I ran it through. So let's get it straight. And then it's not straight. Okay. And then we'll take this and we'll run it this way. Oh no, we don't want to run it that way because then it'll, I don't know if it's going to take this way. Let's see if we can get it to grab. It doesn't want to grab. The big machine would do it. Anyways, you know what I'm saying to do. I don't have my big one out handy. So don't be like me. And when you're lining it up, what I normally do if I'm not on camera, I stick my top plate on. So then I know, I can feel if my die was in the right place. So this time I didn't, like I put it down and I didn't feel, so I didn't see where my plate was. So here, if I had been smart, I would have put my plate on top, I would have felt and said, okay, yeah, I'm hitting the line, and then put it through that way. And then you would have your nice rectangle. So then for the same kind of thing for the banner piece, maybe I can show you better with the banner piece. Maybe this one's too long and this one's too short. But there's different widths. So they're all different widths this way and they're different widths this way. So, you know, choose the one that you like say you like this one for your small word, but you don't want, maybe it's not long enough, or it's, let's go not long enough since I messed up the last one. And so once again, I'm only going to go so that it doesn't go all the way to the end. Okay. So when I pull this up, you can see it hasn't cut all the way through. So if I want to make this longer, say I've got a long saying or something. So like I said before, you don't want to cut this end because you already have that end over there, but you want to make sure that you have it so that it's going to cut pieces that you've already done, except for it's a lot harder when you're on camera to do these things. I don't know why. Probably because I can't stand over top of it. So let's just, let's do it this way. Okay, I've got it there. And then I'm going to put my plates there, sandwiched. Oh, and of course it moved. Okay, there. Assume that's good. And my sandwich is not staggered. Oh, jeez. Do as I say, not as I do. I really don't know. You could put a piece of washi tape if you're having a heck of a time, like I am. Okay, this should work. There we go. And we're off. Okay. And so there is my longer strip to fit whatever it is. And if you already have it stamped and you know your exact length or however you want to do it, you can do it that way. I can't remember what sample I was showing you the last time that this came up, that you wanted to see how that was done, but hopefully that explains it. If you still have questions on how to adjust your dies, please let me know, and maybe I can do a fuller episode just on various dies and how to adjust them and create different things with them. But that is what I had for you today. I was away all weekend with my youngest. He had provincials, so I didn't get to prep as much as I would have liked, but I still I think you guys got a good peek at the catalog. So for my customers, your catalogs are in the mail, and if you still need a catalog, please let me know. If you are in Canada, May's host code is this GYMRENU3. And yeah, so hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Oh, hi Yolande. I don't know if you've been commenting before, but I didn't see any. Oh, there we go. You were watching. So sweet. Thank you. Yeah, so you'll have to come pick up your catalog and your order, and then you can start playing. Maybe we can have a craft date. Anyways, I will next week. I'm not sure. I had something planned for next week that I was going to tell you, but now it's escaping my brain. So have a great rest of your week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.